And I had this Chinese controller, this, I don't know, is that bad to say that? Aloha! I'd like to make another video here today about my solar system. The other day my solar charge controller blew. It was one that I bought off eBay. It was called a Make Sky Blue, and you know, it blew and made my refrigerator go out, which was the big bummer. And I had to wait a couple days for something new to come in from Amazon, and that was an MPPT controller because I was planning on going 24 volts at some point, just for cheapness and reliability's sake. I was able, that's the reason I did purchase this one, and I was able to get it here fast because it was cheaper. I think the controller itself was like 30 bucks. And I paid, I think, another 30 for shipping to overnight it. So, and the reason I did this is because my other options on island, I think it was like a Morningstar charge controller, and it was like 130 bucks, and there was a used one for like 130 bucks on Craigslist. One used one. Those are literally my options. So, Amazon overnight, 60 bucks. And I'll turn it right side up, I guess. It's the Renogy Wanderer, and it's very simple, right? It's just 2 wires in and out for solar and also for battery. There's nothing for a load like I've seen on other solar controllers, but whatever. I mean, usually the load is very low anyway. And so I just want to show you my battery setup now. I have 3 35 amp hour batteries, 12 volts, all run in series, so it's 105 amp hours, right? So that's almost like a kilowatt hour, or it is a kilowatt hour, a little over. And I know the wires are all the same color. It's because they're extensions, right? It makes sense to me. I'm the one that wired it. I'm gonna go back in and, put some color tape on stuff so it makes sense. But usually I just use my voltmeter and figure out where stuff is going. I mean, I know where it's going, but if I, disconnect it and don't pay attention. Of course, both my wires coming to my solar are green. It's no big deal. But anyway, back here, there's not much light. Let's see what we can do here. On the back there, you can see on the rearmost battery, on the positive terminal, there's the large wire that goes off to the refrigerator. And then you come over here to the front battery. On the negative, same thing. So the refrigerator hooked right into the battery. Excuse me. I have a fuse in there. And also back over there, you can see in the corner, possibly. There's a couple fuses. They're just stuck back in there. So, and also hooked to the back battery back here is the inverter. And okay, so here's my rat's nest of wires in the inverter, and I'm planning to mount this inverter somewhere, but I'm planning on getting a new inverter, so it's here's one of the main things of the bus. You just sort of let things sit around because you plan on upgrading it, and then that upgrade doesn't happen quite as quick as you wanted it to. So this one is just, you know, some 400 watt inverter. It's, you know, nothing amazing. It's not a pure sine wave inverter. So I run, it's not supposed to charge lithium batteries, I guess. You know, like for cordless tools and possibly laptops. Now I've run my laptop off it, and I've also charged some of my tools in a pinch on it, but I'm looking into getting DC to DC conversions because all you really need is a 12 volt to 19.5 volt DC to DC step up converter, and you can power the laptop, and you won't waste as much energy because when you have the inverter hooked up, it's you know, converting into AC, and then you're hooking in your laptop, which is DC, and you know, you're just losing a lot of power in this process, so it's pointless. So you know, the inverter is not going to be here forever. I use it now in a pinch. When I turn on my laptop, it does draw a ton of power from my batteries. My refrigerator, I can run all day, and you know, even if it's cloudy, it'll stay going for at least a couple days if nothing else is really going on. If I start turning on all of my LED lights, and especially again my laptop draws like, it's a gaming laptop, it draws like 250 watts. It's crazy. So I'm sure I could run a much smaller laptop for longer and run everything more efficiently, but you know, what fun is that? You know, I like to play Madden every once in a while. So anyway, there is my solar setup. I don't think there's anything that I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, so this needs to be mounted, right? Because I literally just hooked this in before I started to take this video. So I had the last one hooked on the door here, and I don't know, I don't really want to drill it into the cabinet, but why not? So I think that's what we're gonna do, and I think we'll also mount the inverter down there as well, and then put the extensions. And you know, I know this is sort of hard to see, guys, but I'm sort of, you know, not showing a lot on purpose until I do the grand tour of the bus, which I'm going to do here shortly.